Hello everybody and welcome back to more of the Agent series where we are continuing on where we left off. And to catch you up, just in case you don't remember over the week, what we were doing is we infiltrated a terrorist training camp on Balmora. And while we were here, we figured out that there's this main guy named the Grey Star that we have to take out. He's kind of the leader of this place. So that's what we did just now. And now we're headed back to turn in this mission, because now we're done. See, we were undercover. We held our cover. We did a very good job of that. This other fool that was undercover with us didn't do a very good job, and he got himself killed. So, mission accomplished for us, at least. Not necessarily for him. Sucks to be him. But now we get to move on to the next part of the story, where we get to start Nar Shaddaa, and things get a little weird. Not necessarily different, just more weird than what you would normally expect.
I expect a full report as soon as possible, Station Chief.
Of course. As soon as things have calmed down. Ha! What have we here? If it isn't the Cypher himself come triumphantly to our doorstep. I was just telling our keeper about you.
I'm glad I can make story time entertaining.
Indeed. We intercepted unusual communications from the Republic forces alluding to one of their people being assassinated. Well, before Sanju Pine died, he sent us some fascinating data. We put the pieces together and realized that you'd killed Grey Star.
I wish we hadn't lost your mole in the process. Sanju shouldn't have died.
No matter. Sacrifices must be made, I know. Without Grey Star, the surviving terrorists will run amok for a few weeks, but soon enough, we'll round them all up.
The Balmoran cell is no longer a threat. The other cells in the Eagle's network will no longer receive fresh recruits and supplies from this world.
Hard to believe those people were ever a threat.
Those people helped destroy an Imperial dreadnought and assassinate Darth Jadis. They were a deadly threat. Station Chief Reynolds will take matters from here. He'll run cleanup and forward any discoveries to headquarters. When you return to your ship, contact Watcher 2. She will brief you on all new developments and transfer credits to your discretionary accounts.
Amazing how a few credits can brighten up the day.
You might be in the wrong line of work then, eh?
Good work once again, Cypher 9. Keep her out.
That man hides it well, but the strain's getting to him. Probably worried the Dark Council will skin him alive.
I'd be worried too, if I were Keeper.
Make no mistake, I don't hold him responsible for what happened, but Darth Jadis was assassinated on his watch. But now's no time to discuss politics. You deserve a moment of celebration, and I have work to do.
I'll let you get to it then.
Safe journey, young Cypher.
Not bad, Agent. Not bad at all. You and me, we're going places.
Apparently, Koliya quite likes the way that I work, which actually makes sense because in some ways she's quite the same. She's very efficient in the way she works, and she doesn't like screwing around with the job that needs to be done, really.
Secure transmission established. This is Watcher 2. I'm glad you checked in, Cypher. Chatter has increased among the surviving cells, and it seems the Eagle is planning another attack.
What kind of attack?
I'm not sure. The Eagle only needed one cell to bomb the Dominator and assassinate Darth Jadis. For what's coming, he's using the entire Terra network. But the messages we've intercepted are frustratingly vague. Just cryptic references to devices called Eradicators.
Any idea what an Eradicator is?
A weapon of some sort. But is it a laser? A virus? I don't know. Not much to be done at the moment. You need to focus on taking the Terra network apart. As you eliminate the larger cells, we can identify more terrorist activity centers. Eliminate enough, and the network will lose cohesion.
Guess I'll be bailing you out again.
Good. Why don't you shoot a few people? That always helps me sort the data. Sorry, that was uncalled for. I just haven't had the energy to spend on social protocol. I'll be in touch. Watcher 2 out.
So, you gotta remember that while I'm taking out all these bigger cells, you have a smaller group of agents working, alongside me, not working with me. I'm not seeing their progress or anything, but they're taking out the smaller cells, so it's not just me doing all of this. There's a bit of background stuff going on as well, and that was described earlier on in the story. But what we did learn there is that the Eradicators are something that is a problem, apparently. That's what everything is alluding to, are these Eradicators. So we have to figure out what the heck they are. car and then probably stop them, because Eradicator doesn't necessarily sound like it's going to bake you cookies.
This is Watcher 2. I'm receiving your signal. Transmission secure. Nice to have you on a world with modern HoloNet transceivers. You're coming in loud and clear, Cypher 9.
What's the situation?
I'll sum up what we know and let you judge for yourself. Nar Shaddaa is one of the most densely populated city worlds in the galaxy. It's also a major trade hub for criminals and corporations. That's why the terrorists are here. The local cell procures weapons and technology for the Eagle's entire network.
What kind of technology?
Everything from state-of-the-art computer equipment and starship parts to adrenals and combat armor. These terrorists aren't thugs. They're intelligent, coordinated, and well hidden. I've contacted an asset who claims he can help locate them. He's a former operative of ours, effective in his day. When he had to be retired, he was redesignated Watcher X.
How did a Watcher leave Imperial intelligence?
Watcher X was one of our most capable analysts, but he became paranoid, prone to seeing connections and conspiracies where none existed. He was judged unstable and confined to Shadowtown, a Nar Shaddaa slum rebuilt as an open prison. It's where the Empire holds people who know too much. People we might need later. That's all I'm authorized to say.
Send me coordinates and I'll pay him a visit.
Done. Thank you. Shadowtown residents are fitted with motion tracking implants set to explode if they escape. This should keep Watcher X under control. Nonetheless, don't underestimate him. Watcher 2 out.
Now we get to do something that we haven't done as of the start of the series, which is actually talk to my companion. I say companion because I only have one right now. You don't get the second one until Alderaan, it's a pretty long gap that you have to wait.
Think the hottest smell is off my boots. Should have kicked in more faces while it lasted.
All that time in the swamp. Tell me you don't want to go home, keep Nemro company.
If I get the urge to see the hut, it'll take me back. In the meantime, though, you and me against the galaxy. Just sweat, blasters, and good times.
You shoot high, I'll shoot low.
That's the spirit. Let's get moving.
I think while my agent wants to know more about Koliya, he probably knows enough about her to kind of figure out her angle.
So we're clear. Imperial rations are nasty, and I lived on grubs and 2-credit wine for a year. They raise you on those things. No wonder you're a bunch of stiffs.
I'll request more variety in our supplies next time.
Not even a smile. Here's what I don't get. You got a little brass, you got a little style. You're not totally one of them. But you still play keeper's pet. Shoot all the right people when you could work for... whoever.
You've seen the people trying to destroy us? The Republic. Terrorists, traitors. Someone needs to stop them.
You're serious? That's sweet. Me? I'm in long enough to lay low, pick up some cash, sort out some personal stuff you guys can help with. Then I'm gone.
Who knows? I show you a good time, you might change your mind.
You're fun, Agent, but you're not that fun.
Okay, so did she just make a jab at the fact that my character's a cat? She said, what, you're playing Keeper's Pet? Oh, come on. I saw where she was coming from with that. It was mean. So the other thing about that, though, is my character has stated what his goal is, even though he didn't make it incredibly clear, which is that, yeah, he doesn't like the Republic. He doesn't like that they're terrorists and stuff. But not just all the terrorists in the Republic being terrorists, but the fact that he feels the Jedi themselves are terrorists, which is very key.
Step inside. Scan the apartment for important things. Overt threats, escape routes, access terminals. Take your time. Now, look again. Scan for concealed weapons, hiding places. Anything innocent is probably a bug. Anything you don't recognize should be analyzed later. Play the game. I can wait.
Are you Watcher X?
Yes. Formerly Watcher 5, formerly Minder 8. Not that you're authorized to know it.
Got a lot of brass for someone living in filth.
You're a Cypher agent. Specializations in disguise, seduction, infiltration, assassination. You're brave to come to Shadowtown. This could be your future. A bomb in your head, trapped here like a criminal.
Watcher 2 told me about you. You deserve to be here.
Watcher 2. We were part of the same eugenics program, she and I. Both of us created to be superior minds. You know that the Eagle's terrorists are using Nar Shaddaa as a supply hub, but I imagine you don't know their latest scheme. The Terror Cell is on the verge of acquiring mass quantities of a new genetic modification serum, Cyclone. They plan to distribute it across the Eagle's network.
What's this serum do?
Cyclone increases a user's speed and focus, transforming an average human into a natural assassin. It's also lethal. A minor defect. We need to learn who created the serum and find their link to the terrorists. You must obtain a sample. A cyclone dose or a user's blood specimen.
Maybe you want the cyclone for yourself.
If I want to assassinate someone, I won't need a serum. There's an augmentation shop in the Corellian sector, a place people go for fast, dangerous modifications. Purchase the cyclone there. I can give you an injection to mimic the effects of long-term genetic damage. You'll be slower and weaker, but you'd make a convincing cyclone buyer.
I assume the effects are temporary.
It should only last a short time, long enough for you to get to the shop. I suggest you avoid excessive violence while affected, however. Now, do you want the injection or not?
All right. But this better not be a trick.
You're brave, Agent. Brave and trusting.
One moment, and I'll be done. There. Now you should be on your way. Get to the shop, get me my cyclone or my blood, then we find the link to your terrorist enemies.
You gotta imagine that my agent probably has had quite a bit of training with being not only tortured, but also on any type of sedative and knowing how to negate the effects of that within himself, like figuring out how certain things affect his brain chemistry and being able to break free of the hold on his mind. So this that he's got going on right now, it ain't nothing. So he's just trying to play the part even better.
Gahal ravul azjon ujuet untumata.
Musutueg non gushele siguru u jure pensu sensta.
Ulmod tuotoe laron sa tankul hakasat.
Ubude wahalu ful kuleg ukunet ugustama akukuzaudu.
I'm hurting, please. I need something that'll let me fight.
Uwata male subuzu vuzu jemur dul lunu.
Jonulu hagan daralamutu ondota juestakon.
Told you this was the place. You can trust them.
Kuverunu l'horizon gal ruvel azon ujedete utumuta.
Whatever it takes, I'll pay to be faster, stronger.
Luzatu munzu sunjal usublulu.
I've heard Cyclone is strong.
Gahal ravul azjon ujuet untumata. Kumunhaba u kunet mekwasta bahala.
Actually, it's just what I'm looking for.
Boghod, per.
Pruvata galgus sukaratu taz deltavik muzu maruf.
Any chance I could meet this client?
La zatu mun zut lujem pretenden untumakwen. Warabold statud dun unmod tatolle ranzatuega. Jonu luganda la modu odada justakun.
I really appreciate your help.
Rugul afnamul konfu ensesque nu unswat.
Falmusjebelgu kukulen ke chapel akta.
Juk sufu u jemez ruhu ludunu.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily call that being very difficult. In fact, it was quite easy.